From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Thursday morning. We're almost to the end of the work week, and we're almost to the end of this atmospheric river that's been impacting us really all week. So through 4 in the morning on Friday is when we're still going to have elevated rain chances, drier after that. But the wind gusts, they're going to be a factor for today, tonight, and for tomorrow as well. Snow, we'll have a little bit of it for our Cascade passes, but not very much. High temperatures staying mostly in the 50s, and lows are going to turn colder by Friday night. First Alert radar is showing you some rain increasing in the Cascades, and it looks like this is starting to make it into lower elevations as well. So stick with us and we'll track this little region, and if this holds together, this would eventually impact Hermiston and the Tri-Cities. Okay, wind gust mainly impacting the mountains for now, but this will spread down to lower elevations a little bit later in the day. Right now, temperatures all over the place: 36 in Ellensburg, 53 for the Tri-Cities, 48 in Walla Walla. Your day planner forecast, not going to be too wet to start off the day, but as we head into the late afternoon or early evening, rain chances picking way up. So I'll time that out with Futurecast coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, the suspects behind the daring Kennewick restaurant break-in could finally be caught. We have security footage from the night it happened and the latest on the investigation straight ahead. Los Pasco residents could soon have a new city council member. We have the details on the process to fill Pasco's open seat and what the city is looking for in a new member. And winter weather is coming and crews are ready. Washington State Department of Transportation is patrolling snow and ice. And coming up, we have what drivers need to know before hitting the road this winter. It's all in Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. It is Thursday, November 6th. We have a lot to get to this morning, and we're starting off with a follow-up. It's a story we've been tracking. Authorities have announced a breakthrough in the Hubby's Pizza burglary case. Kennewick police say they've identified 2 suspects they believe were involved. Apple Valley News Now's Caleb Stipkovitz tells us who those suspects are and what police are asking from the community to bring them into custody.
A vandalized Kennewick restaurant could be one step closer to getting justice after Kennewick police announced Wednesday that it has identified 2 suspects in the case.
This comes just weeks after thieves drove a stolen car through Hubby's Pizza in an attempt to steal the ATM machine.
Police are asking 20-year-old Andres Medina Garcia and 18-year-old David Semenyuk to turn themselves in after investigators say they could be linked to the robbery attempt.
We're using all of our resources to try to locate them. The community is one of those resources. Obviously, there are individuals that know these 2. We're asking them to come forward and help that information. There could be other efforts that we do. Our goal is to apprehend them and take them to jail.
Commander Merkel says that detectives were able to identify the 2 suspects stemming from this security footage that Apple Valley News Now obtained from Hubby's Pizza, where you can see at least one person in the parking lot before the break-in attempt. And then there was this footage earlier that night of the same person stealing the car used to smash through the wall of the restaurant. The break-in attempt at Hubby's was right in the middle of a spike in vandalisms and robberies of Kennewick businesses last month. And I asked Commander Merkel if it was possible that the 2 suspects could be connected to some of the other crimes.
Not right now. It hasn't been determined at this time. That's obviously something that we look at in any of these cases. What is the connection? Right now, it's the Hubby's case that we're focused on, and just ensuring that we can bring closure to that victim.
Commander Merkel says that although he hopes the suspects will turn themselves in, he does not expect it to happen that easily. Instead, he believes that it's going to come down to help from the community to make some arrests.
It's very important that we work together to solve this, and we're very fortunate to have a community that supports us and takes that view. We just ask that in this instance, they help us find these 2 so we can end this situation. They don't victimize anyone else.
Kennewick police says the best way to submit a tip is through their non-emergency line or online. Reporting from Kennewick, Caleb Stipkovitz, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Caleb. And once the suspects are taken into custody, KPD says it will work with the Benton County Prosecutor's Office to set appropriate charges. 6:04 and in a crime alert, a Richland man has been arrested on suspicion of stealing a car, a gun, and other items from an off-duty security officer. This happened early yesterday morning. The efforts to arrest him triggered a response from multiple agencies and the SWAT team to an apartment complex. According to the Richland Police Department, Raymond Smith is accused of breaking into his neighbor's apartment and stealing personal items, a rifle, and a car, and this happened at the Shoreline Apartments off Duportail. The victim says he spotted Smith driving his car around and returned home to find things had been taken. Authorities say Smith was also wanted by the Department of Corrections and has a history of violent interactions. The U.S. Marshals had already been in contact with Richland PD to get him off the streets. The SWAT team was called in and Smith was arrested a short time later during a traffic stop. This was as he tried to leave the apartments. And authorities say upon searching his apartment, they found the stolen merchandise and 2 other handguns that were reported stolen out of Oregon. Talking your voice, your vote. Though voting ended Tuesday night, the election process isn't over just yet. Charles Ross, Yakima County Auditor, says the next few days are critical. On election night, about 6,400 ballots were collected from drop boxes, but more are still coming in from 15 locations across the county. And with some mail-in ballots arriving as well, Ross says if a ballot has an issue, such as a missing signature, voters will be contacted to correct it before the certification deadline. And while some races may already have clear leaders, others are still too close to call, with the margin being just a few ballots in some cases.
We don't call races, but when when you're 20 points ahead, there's no way it could change. There's just not enough ballots out there to even probably make a difference to a change. But some of these races are 3 or 4, winning by 3 or 4 ballots. So that's definitely a race that could change.
The general election results are scheduled to be certified by November 25th, and after certification, race outcomes will be final unless legally challenged. And for the latest, be sure to use your Apple Valley News Now app or go to our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. Click on the election results banner that's near the top of the page, and that will take you right to the results. 6:07 and in Pasco, the city is on the hunt to fill its at-large city council seat. This opening comes after former council member Peter Harpster resigned with 2 years left in his term. The Pasco city manager says the city council must appoint someone to fill that vacancy, and the process kicks off at the regular city council meeting. That'll be on December 1st, and applications will be reviewed and candidates invited for interviews. And then on December 8th, a special city council meeting will be held to conduct those interviews and likely appoint someone to the seat.
Pasco's at a unique opportunity. We're growing significantly, and it's an opportunity to really lay the legacy and the future of Pasco here over the next several years. So it's a great opportunity to really get involved and make a difference, especially if you love and are passionate about Pasco.
This is the city's only at-large council seat, meaning any Pasco resident can apply. And once appointed, the new council member will officially take their position at the start of the new year. A link to apply is up on our website. That's applevalleynewsnow.com. Turning to statewide news now, as temperatures drop across Washington, road crews are shifting into winter mode. The Washington State Department of Transportation says they're ready to tackle snow and ice, and they want drivers to be ready as well. Crew members have been training and checking equipment statewide, and officials say many past closures each year come down to drivers not following winter safety rules, like going too fast or ignoring chain requirements.
Winter came a little bit early this year, about 3 weeks in advance. We've had snow for quite some time now, to the point where we have closed Chinook and Cayuse passes. Right now, we have full staffing. Every single maintenance employee that's available is working 24/7 and around the clock.
Drivers will see more maintenance employees patrolling for snow and ice in the mountain passes. And for the latest conditions, drivers can use the WSDOT mobile app, or you can sign up for text alerts before hitting the road. WashDOT is also hiring for seasonal winter positions. That includes snowplow operators and highway maintenance workers. Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, a high-stakes vote today could make Elon Musk the world's first trillionaire. We'll tell you what's on the table for Tesla shareholders and why even some of Musk's biggest investors are pushing back. Talking business news right after the break. But first, our chief meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have another look at your first alert weather forecast. It's all coming up in just a few minutes.
Life's better when you're under our roof.
Welcome to the neighborhood, Jordan.
Thanks, guys.
Because when you feel protected, you can dream fearlessly.
Go long.
Bundle and save up to 40%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Hot Tub, Hot Tub, Hot Tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2025 inventory. Friday through Sunday. Hapo Center, Pasco. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2025 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. See the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Hapo Center, Pasco. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
We are Grocery Outlet, and we are your Bargain Bliss Market. What's Bargain Bliss? You know that feeling when you find the name brands you love, but for way, way less? That's Bargain Bliss. Now save even more with Grocery Outlet's 20% off wine sale. Now through November 11th, we have hundreds of wines sure to pair with any gathering. So act now, because this deal won't last long. Stop in and save today at Grocery Outlet, your extreme value holiday headquarters.
Grocery Outlet, Bargain Market.
Don't leave it to chance. Trust Vance when you need a friendly, reliable electrician. Be sure your home's electrical system is safe and functioning properly with a safety inspection. Call Vance to schedule your appointment or book online today.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
Board-certified orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist, Dr. Tegan Goodell, is now caring for patients in Prosser and Walla Walla. Dr. Goodell provides advanced care in orthopedic surgery and sports medicine injuries, including surgery of the shoulder, elbow, knee, and ankle. Get back to doing what you love. Call Prosser Orthopedic Center at 509-786-5599 or visit prosserhealth.org. Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
Life's better when you're under our roof.
Welcome to the neighborhood, Jordan.
Thanks, guys.
Because when you feel protected, you can dream fearlessly.
Go long.
Bundle and save up to 40%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Philadelphia, Green Bay, Monday Night Football at 5. Apple Valley News Now. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We could have a little bit of snow for our Cascade passes late tonight, then into tomorrow, but it's not going to be much, folks. We're talking like 3 inches for US 12, 2 inches for I-90, 1 inch for US 97 at Blewett Pass, not even that for Sadis Pass or for Oregon 204 at Tollgate. Let's take it back down to lower elevations. High temperature is going to stay cool, staying in the 50s over the next 7 days. For the most part, there's a little caveat to that, and that would be today, as those gusts going to come out of the south and west, so that air sinks down the face of the Blue Mountains. When it sinks, it compresses and it warms. So that's why the closer you are to the foothills today, the warmer you're going to be. So we're looking at low to mid 60s for the basin and foothills, but 50s for the valleys and 40s and 50s for the mountains. Now, after today, looks like we truly will keep it in the 50s for the next 6 to 7 days. Okay, low temperatures dropping off into the 30s for tomorrow night. Now for tonight, we're kind of going to deal with the same thing with the wind gusts still out of the south and west. So the closer you are to the foothills will be in the low to mid 40s, but looking at 30s for the valleys and looks like 30s for the mountains as well. Now there will be a drop off in temperatures from Thursday night to Friday night as that cold front passes. So we're looking at upper 20s in the Yakima Valley, probably low 30s in the lower Columbia Basin, subtly warmer after that, but still pretty close to average for this time of the year. The biggest weather stories as we head into the next 24 to 36 hours, rain chances and winds. I'll time out both futurecasts coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Turning to your business headlines, where Tesla shareholders are making a big decision today. They're going to vote on whether Tesla CEO Elon Musk should be awarded a pay package with the record amount of zeros. Here's ABC's Mola Lenghi with more.
It's the decision that could pave the way for Elon Musk to become the world's first trillionaire.
It's not a money thing. It's a reasonable control thing over the future of the company.
Tesla shareholders will gather in Texas today and vote on whether to raise his ownership in the company from 13% to nearly 30%. Under the terms of the potential deal, his personal wealth could eventually top $2 trillion. But he'd need to meet some ambitious goals in the next decade, including growing Tesla's stock market value from roughly $1.5 trillion to $8.5 trillion, deploying at least 1 million autonomous taxis, and selling 1 million robots, like this one, called Optimus, which Tesla says can perform repetitive or boring tasks. Musk says having control of Tesla's future is more important than the money.
If we're building millions, potentially billions of humanoid robots, I can't be sitting there and wanting to get tossed out.
But the pay package meeting fierce resistance. Protesters gathering at the Texas Capitol saying one person should not be allowed to control that much money. The protesters echoing Pope Leo, who reacted to Musk's potential trillionaire status, saying, if that is the only thing that has value anymore, then we're in big trouble. Some investors say they'll vote for the pay package, but Tesla's sixth largest outside shareholder, Norway's sovereign wealth fund, says it will vote no.
The chair of Tesla's board warns if they reject the pay plan today, Musk may leave, and they went on to say that would mean Tesla would lose its talent and vision. All right, keep it here because coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, Josh Colbert is back with how your weather is looking. It's all coming up in his full first alert weather forecast. Sunrise is at 6:45. It's 20-ish minutes away. It'll come up though, I hope. Just kidding, it will. We are coming back right after the break in just a few minutes.
Family medicine provider Mariana Guerrero Sanchez is now caring for patients of all ages at Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic. She provides wellness exams, preventative health care, well child checks, women's health, chronic care management, cancer screenings, and more. Se habla español. To schedule an appointment with Mariana, call the Grandview Clinic at 509-203-1080 or learn more at prosserhealth.org. Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino, your premier gaming destination. Experience the thrill of a Vegas-style casino featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and unlock exclusive rewards every time you play. Challenge your skills at our 16-lane bowling alley. Unwind with a drink at our cozy bar or enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at the Last Frontier. The ultimate entertainment experience has something for everyone. Nob Hill Casino, where locals come to win.
When uncertainty falls upon your freedom, you need an unwavering champion. We're dedicated to not just tipping the scales in your favor, but also delivering an unwavering and relentless defense. With over 5 decades of experience, we'll fiercely defend your freedom and secure the most favorable outcome. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
At Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, your safety is our top priority. We are the only board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgery experts in wisdom tooth removal and dental implant placement in the Tri-Cities. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, we ensure every patient receives safe, personalized treatment. Ask your dentist to refer you to the Tri-Cities experts in oral surgery, Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons. We look forward to meeting you.
The Palouse. There's no place like it on earth.
I'm a fifth-generation farm boy. We've been doing this since 1875.
It's harvest time on Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Next live.
All's fair in love and morning television.
From All's Fair, Tiana Taylor. Plus, Brittany Snow from The Beast in Me.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We are getting closer and closer to the end of this atmospheric river, but we still have another 24 hours to go. So let's go ahead and put it into motion with Futurecast radar. 8 this morning, some spotty showers on the map. Then by lunchtime, that next big wave of heavier rainfall lining up in the Cascades. And then you see how that spreads down into lower elevations and the blues by 5 p.m. Then by midnight, it looks like the axis of this atmospheric river going to be settled right on top of the Blue Mountains. mountains, but we could have additional snow showers. You see the snow levels lowering, some more blue on the map. We'll see some more snow showers up in the Cascades, but I'm thinking after lunchtime tomorrow, much drier. You can see even a decent amount of sunshine for lower elevations. So if that went by a little bit too fast for your liking, of course, you can see those hour-by-hour precip chances for your neck of the woods by downloading the Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather app free in the App Store or on Google Play. Okay, here are the rainfall totals we're expecting through 4 p.m. tomorrow. Keep in mind for the mountains that this is both rainfall and melted snowfall. We'll have a little over an inch of that in the Cascades, but to the east of there, not much doing, although models have trended a little bit wetter for the foothills and for the Blues. We're looking at 0.2 to 0.5 inches of rainfall there. Okay, our forecast looking much drier when this is all said and done. Next week is not looking nearly as active as this week has been. But first, we have to get through wind gusts for today, tonight, and for tomorrow. Gusts between 20 to 45 miles per hour. So for today, gusts spanning anywhere between 20 to 35 miles per hour. I think tonight is going to be the strongest time frame, especially for the Blues. But look at the Basin, the foothills, the Cascades. Peak gust around 40 miles per hour. And then for tomorrow, with the cold front passing, gusts shifting out of the north and west, that'll force a lot of air through the Kittitas Valley. And so gust in Ellensburg could top out around 40 miles per hour. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Almost a 50-50 chance the rain reaches us during the day, but rain will be much more likely this evening. In Yakima, rain likely today and tonight, then a much drier stretch of weather. In Ellensburg, wet weather likely Thursday, then winds picking up Friday as winds shift out of the northwest and again shoot down the mountain gap. In Hermiston, rain chances increasing during the late afternoon and into the evening, drying out for Friday, but with winds turning up. And finally, for Walla Walla, rain likely today and tonight, maybe some leftover showers for Friday, but dry weather on tap for the weekend.
And for many Americans, it'll be soon time to get those winter coats out. I've already gotten all mine out. We've been wearing them. Yeah, it's happening soon.
Yeah, cold front is moving into parts of the U.S. this weekend, which will deliver a blast of Arctic air, typically not felt until December. The front will start near the North Pole and head into the northern U.S. before it spreads further south and east. By Sunday night, most areas east of the Rockies could be in line for temperatures to drop 10 to 15 degrees lower than normal for this time of the year.
Ooh, and as far as south as Texas, residents may see temperatures at or below freezing, and the cold snap won't be here long, though. By Tuesday and Wednesday, temperatures should return to normal for this time of year.
When I see that for folks to the east of the Rockies, I go, oh,
when I
sorry.
see that it's going to be freezing in Texas, that means everything's shut down and no one will know. I mean, people already can't drive properly, and then, it just freezes over.
My family back home, they're like, oh, the lows are going to drop down into the 30s tonight. It's like
we're like dealing with 30s.
Yeah, we really got to knuck up for that. I'm like, well, it's already been like that for a month or so.
Winter's coming. Yeah.
All
right, keep it here because coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, it looks like the mummy could rise again, and this time, two familiar faces may be dusting off their adventure gear. All the details are coming up in your entertainment news right after the break.
The holiday season is in full swing at Shelby's Floral. Shelby's invites you to celebrate the joys of Christmas. Step into a wondrous world filled with the magic of the holiday season. Discover beautiful holiday decor, seasonal centerpieces, and gifts that capture the spirit of giving. Let Shelby's inspire you with a beautiful custom arrangement to complement your seasonal style. At Shelby's, we can bring your home to life with the joys of Christmas. Celebrating 50 years of holiday giving. Come visit Shelby's Floral on Clearwater in Kennewick.
We're Sell My House Fast, and we've been buying unwanted houses for cash, fast, for 25 years. We'll buy this house, and this one, even this one, not that one. We'll buy this house for cash, and this house, but not that one either. If you're relocating, inheriting a home you don't want, if you've got a tenant you really don't want, we'll buy it. If you're behind on taxes and want to avoid foreclosure, going through divorce, or if you just need cash to get out of debt, we will buy your house at a fair cash price, and we'll close fast too. So with with us and no real estate agent, which means no commissions, no repairs or cleaning necessary, no appraisals or formal inspections, no open houses, no closing costs, and no long wait to close. Sell My House has been buying unwanted houses since 1999. Call to learn more. We'll buy this house and this house. Okay, not that one. We've got hundreds of Google 5-star reviews because our offers are fair and the process transparent. Call now and we'll connect you with a qualified local buyer.
1-800-219-0560.
Furniture legs can scar your floors, costing you a lot of cash. Now there's Ruby Sliders, the new chair leg covers that protect your floors, prevent scratching, and slide with ease without all the noise. They fit snugly on both size legs and glide across any floor. Now you can move even your largest furniture with no effort at all. Regular felt gets worn and easily falls off, but Ruby Sliders feature an ultra-tight nano-weave material attached with an industrial-strength adhesive to the cover, so they're built to last. Plus, they're ultra flexible and conform to most sizes. They'll protect any kind of floor, from hardwood, laminate, ceramic tile, and more. Call or go online now to get Ruby Sliders for as low as 99 cents with free shipping. That's right, free shipping. This offer is not available on Amazon, so order now.
Call 1-800-701-0426 or visit rubysliders.com. So call 1-800-701-0426 now.
That's hockey, baby!
Seattle Kraken Hockey, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Talking entertainment news, Jimmy Kimmel says his show team is forming a food donation center on their studio's backlot.
Yeah, it's in response to the threat to SNAP benefits for millions, and the announcement says the effort will support the Los Angeles Food Bank and the St. Joseph Center. It suggests people who can't donate to the Jimmy Kimmel Live Center give to a food bank near them.
And in more Hollywood headlines, Oscar winners Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz may soon reunite on the big screen. The two stars are reportedly in discussions with movie executives to appear together in another installment of the Mummy franchise, and that's according to the Deadline Entertainment site, citing multiple sources.
David Coggeshall has since confirmed on social media that he will write the film. Fraser and Weisz were in the first Mummy movie, which came out in 1999. They were together again in 2001's sequel.
Fraser returned alone in a 2008 Mummy installment, and a reboot of the franchise in 2017 starred Tom Cruise.
And traditional TV may be heading for the same fate as the 8-track player. 43% of Gen Z Americans say they prefer social media platforms and YouTube over old school television and paid streaming. That's according to Activate Consulting's Technology Media Outlook 2026.
The findings also show that streaming revenues are expected to rise by nearly 20% on a yearly basis, and TV revenues, meanwhile, are projected to fall by around 5%.
Researchers say viewers spend more than 13 hours per day on platforms like Instagram and TikTok. That has led some companies to develop more video content, while services like Spotify head towards creating audiobooks.
Guess we need to go, to Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah. But I don't know. It seems like it ebbs and flows. Right? Like more hard copies of media are kind of making a comeback, like CDs and vinyls, and so fingers crossed the same thing happens for TV, right?
All right, keep it here, because coming up in our next half hour, Washington is investing millions to clean up diesel pollution. Grants are now available to replace old engines on trucks, boats, and much more. We'll break down the massive effort and who qualifies. It's all coming up in our 6:30 half hour.
Black Friday is here at More Furniture. Don't miss the biggest savings of the year. Up to 50% off store-wide on beautiful living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, and more. Free white glove delivery on your purchase of $9.99 or more. We'll bring it in, set it up, and take the hassle out of your holiday upgrade. Plus doorbuster deals you can't afford to miss. Hurry in for the very best selections before they're gone.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business.
With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,300 off on a new Daikin Fit system, plus free thermostat when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
We're forging the future of the city of Pasco, and we need your voice. The city is updating our comprehensive plan, which covers everything from housing and transportation to utilities and parks. This document showcases the vision of what we want Pasco to be in 2046 and beyond. Tell us about the type of businesses you'd like to see, the types of parks you'd like to visit, and the type of neighborhood you want to live in. Scan the QR code on your screen or visit pasco-wa.gov/comp-plan and become part of the future.
First, at Shriners Children's, the world's most advanced scoliosis procedures are born here. In fact, we deliver access to the world's best doctors for nearly every pediatric orthopedic condition. We're delivering care without compromise is our promise. And kids can just be kids. Because being first always starts with empowering the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
They're not fancy. No leather seats, no powerful sound systems, but they have wheels, seatbelts, and AC. These are Apple Valley News Now cruisers, and they go where news happens. Because Apple Valley News Now is everywhere you need us to be.
Reporting live here in downtown Richland,
Yakima,
Tri-Cities, Walla Walla.
From the Blues to the Cascades, one television station leads the way with local news you trust. Oh, and when you see one of our cruisers, please go ahead and wave. We're Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Always on your side.
LAFD, make way.
There's a demon inside her.
The demon.
911, what's your emergency?
We lost our pumpkin.
Sir, a missing pumpkin is not an emergency.
In position to neutralize the suspect.
People see things they can't explain all the time.
Keep hearing noises in the night. I think maybe squirrels.
Or maybe it's ghosts.
Philadelphia, Green Bay, Monday Night Football at 5. Apple Valley News Now. This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good Thursday morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Josh Colbert.
All right, Josh, any relief from this rain anytime soon?
It's coming soon. I think by 4 a.m. tomorrow, and after that, we're looking much, much drier for lower elevations, but the winds are still going to be a factor for tomorrow. So let's go ahead and talk about all the big weather stories, and we have a lot of them. Again, today is really going to be the final day of this atmospheric river, but the wind gusts will continue, not only for today and tonight, but into tomorrow as well. A little bit of snow for our Cascade Passes. Doesn't look like we'll get too much to be impactful. High temperatures staying put in the 50s and lows getting colder by Friday night. Okay, first alert radar showing you some very light rainfall now making it into Morrow County. This is trying to get into Benton County as well. This is pretty light stuff, but if this does hold together, this could end up impacting Hermiston, maybe even some southern stretches of the Tri-Cities as well. Okay, winds still being confined up to the mountains. Gusts anywhere between 15 to 20 miles per hour, but they will pick up later today. And again, that's going to be our problem for the next 24 to 36 hours. Temperatures all over the place. We got a 36 in Ellensburg. We got a 53 in the Tri-Cities, 48 in Pendleton. And here's your umbrella cast for this Thursday in the Tri-Cities. A little shower chances up until about 4 or 5 p.m. That's when they're going to go up. And so it's going to be that 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. time frame in which we'll see the best rain chances, trending a little bit drier after that. So fourth day, 50s and 60s for lower elevations, damp and windy. And I'll touch on that snow potential for the Cascades coming up in a few minutes.
Now we begin this half hour continuing our coverage on the election. The Cuyahoga School District's replacement levy is in danger of not passing. The small Benton County district, serving around 1,400 students, is asking voters to renew a 2-year, $4.9 million replacement levy to support programs not funded by the state. These are things like athletics, arts, and after-school activities. The proposed measure would cost homeowners about $1.50 for every $1,000 of assessed property value. But Superintendent Pete Peterson says early results show the district still trailing where they'd like to be.
We've got a yes vote at 46.25%. We're about 81 votes short at this point. So we knew it would be tight either way. So we also know that there's still a lot of ballots to be counted in Benton County.
According to school officials, the final results for the levy are expected sometime next week. In statewide news, Washington is investing millions to cut diesel pollution and clean up the air. The Department of Ecology has opened applications for a new $25 million Rails, Keels, and Wheels grant. This is funded by a federal settlement with Volkswagen over air quality violations. The money will help replace old diesel engines with cleaner technology, targeting locomotives, tugboats, garbage trucks, and other heavy-duty vehicles that idle near communities. Officials say it's part of a broader push to reduce toxic air pollution and greenhouse gases. Applications are open now to the public agencies, private companies, and nonprofits statewide.
Also awarded projects for the Wenatchee ferry. So the electrification of that ferry was funded in part with a $35 million grant from Ecology out of the VW funds. We've been involved in shore power projects with Port of Seattle and Port of Tacoma.
The department says the effort will help modernize fleets and make Washington a leader in clean transportation. Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, the intense rally that could propel the Prosser Mustangs closer to their first state appearance since 2018. We're talking local sports right after the break.
Save thousands on the new Revolutionary Swim Spa at a one-time sale. Friday through Sunday. Hapo Center Pasco. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation in one day only. New 2025 inventory. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Hapo Center Pasco. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino, your premier gaming destination. Experience the thrill of a Vegas-style casino featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and unlock exclusive rewards every time you play. Challenge your skills at our 16-lane bowling alley. Unwind with a drink at our cozy bar or enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at the Last Frontier. The ultimate entertainment experience has something for everyone. Nob Hill Casino, where locals come to win.
As a parent, I feel very blessed to have access to BFT. A lot of our families have two working parents, and it's important for our kids to still be able to utilize our community resources while also being able to have reliable transportation to those places when us as parents are busy working.
The ability to go wherever you need to go without needing a car or someone to drive you. BFT connects me to freedom.
The accident happened so quickly.
I had no idea what to do next.
Instead of going through it alone, I found hope.
With Abeda Nelson.
For over 40 years, we've helped families navigate the complicated legal process.
Getting the care and settlement you deserve.
Abeda Nelson took care of everything.
So I could focus on healing and getting back to my life.
Abeda Nelson took my injury personally.
Accidents happen.
Compensation should too.
Abeda Nelson, we take your injury personally.
Dear First Place, experts agree Toyota value can't be beat. Drivers agree Toyota quality rides long and strong. Add hybrid choices like no other, and you'll win the long game by a country mile. Toyota. Toyota is KBB's best resale value brand 5 years in a row. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Wait! Go, go, go! Yeah! Touchdown, Philadelphia! Something special going on with the Packers.
Eagles, Packers, Monday Night Football at 5. Apple Valley News Now.
Next live.
All's fair in love and morning television.
From All's Fair, Tiana Taylor. Plus, Brittany Snow from The Beast in Me.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Yeah, we'll have a little bit of snow for tonight and into tomorrow for Cascade passes, but it's not going to be much, folks. We're talking about 3 inches for U.S. Highway 12, a couple inches for Interstate 90, maybe an inch for U.S. 97 at Blewett Pass, but not even that for Salish Pass, and probably just trace amounts for Oregon 204 at Tollgate as well. Now let's take it down to lower elevations, mostly in the 50s over the next 7 days, but the caveat to that is going to be for today with those winds coming out of the south. And so when that happens, especially when they're strong, that air sinks down the face of the Blue Mountains. That air, when it sinks, it compresses, it warms. It's called compressional warming. And so that's why we're going to be in the low to mid 60s in the basin and the foothills as opposed to the valleys, which are more removed from the blues, which will end up being in the 50s, and then 40s and 50s for both of our mountain ranges. Okay, mostly in the 50s over the next 7 days, and in fact from Friday through Wednesday we will stay put in the 50s in the Tri-Cities. Overnight lows turning colder for Friday night and beyond. Now for tonight we're kind of going to deal with the same thing, a little bit warmer the closer you are to the blues. So low to mid 40s for the basin and the blue foothills. Be looking at 30s in the Yakima Valley, and then that drop off in temperatures from Thursday night to Friday night. So the Yakima Valley will end up in the upper 20s. In the lower Columbia Basin, we're probably going to be looking at low 30s. Okay, the biggest weather stories. Now on to sports.
Talking sports now, local sports. It means playoff time, and that means the pressure is on, and how teams deal with adversity and nerves can determine the outcome of games.
Yeah, Apple Valley News Now's Jake Gable talked with Prosser's volleyball team, who are prepared for the playoff intensity.
A game to decide third place in the CWAC between Prosser and East Valley. The winner advancing to a play-in game for the state tournament. Trailing nearly the entire first set, Prosser rallied back to take set 1.
Because we know what's at stake, right? Like tonight was loser out, and so you don't want to be the one who's out. And so I think sometimes we unintentionally put that pressure on ourselves, especially too when we know that we're a good team.
After some miscues at the beginning, it was smooth sailing for the rest of the match, winning in 3 straight sets.
Our team has been prioritizing like having a good mindset no matter what we come up against and no matter what struggles we have in the game. And so I think that us practicing that during practice, us prioritizing that, us putting that first as an athlete, because I know that that's something that athletes struggle with, us putting that first helps us so much within a game and within those little slumps that we have.
I think we did a really good job talking and being aggressive. Our hitters are swinging line. Our blockers are putting up a really nice block. We were serving in really good. I think we had about 11 aces this game. That was really exciting for us. So I think that overall intensity, like you said, was amazing.
The Mustangs have made it this far in the past, but this year it's different.
It was definitely a buildup of moments because we have been here before in the past, like last year and the year before that, but we haven't delivered. And so it was a lot of intensity coming up during those practices just to be able to like make it to this point and then win at this point, which was a big deal to us.
And now riding that momentum, the Mustangs are just 1 win away from their first trip to the state tournament since 2018. In Prosser, Jake Gable, Apple Valley News Now.
And Prosser advances and goes on the road to take on Archbishop Murphy this Saturday.
And the winner of that game punches their ticket into the state tournament.
Woohoo, good luck to them. Yes. All right, keep it here because coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, we've got your morning sprint, everything you need to know before you head out the door. And Josh is back with your full first alert weather forecast. He's going to let you know your big weather stories.
Yes, a little bit of rain, a little bit of winds. Talk about both those things coming up on the other side of the break.
You know, there's no substitute for hands-on experience. Over the years, I've probably turned and read every one of these pages. This may just look like a pile of papers waiting to be shredded, but to you and your loved ones, it represents a wealth of trusted experience.
This message is brought to you by Allen Brecky Law Offices.
Black Friday is here at More Furniture. Don't miss the biggest savings of the year. Up to 50% off store-wide on beautiful living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, and more. Free white glove delivery on your purchase of $9.99 or more. We'll bring it in, set it up, and take the hassle out of your holiday upgrade. Plus doorbuster deals you can't afford to miss. Hurry in for the very best selections before they're gone.
Shelby's Floral is celebrating 50 years of gift giving with our holiday open house. Join us this November 8th as we celebrate the harvest of Thanksgiving and the joys of Christmas. Step into a world of autumn's rich colors and the magic of the holiday season at Shelby's. Discover beautiful holiday decor, seasonal centerpieces, and gifts that capture the spirit of giving. Be inspired for a beautiful holiday season while enjoying exclusive discounts. Mark your calendars for November 8th. Shelby's Floral can't wait to welcome you to our holiday celebration on Clearwater in Kennewick.
Resilience. At Shriners Children's, we're leaders in pediatric sports medicine. With expertise in sprains, tears, fractures, and other sports-related injuries. We're here to deliver the best care in the business and never allow your ability to pay for services to compromise the care your child needs. Because every great comeback starts with a game plan for empowering the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
At Smoke City for Less, we understand every smoker is unique. Explore our over 1,500 vape flavors and specialty curated selection of tobacco products. Your perfect flavor and blend awaits at any of Smoke City for Less 6 locations. Save your pennies. Smoke City for Less has the lowest prices. Find the best vape mods, batteries, kratom, and specialty products too. Our knowledgeable staff is always on hand to provide personalized recommendations. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some, gimme Some Bagels.
You know, there's no substitute for hands-on experience. Over the years, I've probably turned and read every one of these pages. This may just look like a pile of papers waiting to be shredded, but to you and your loved ones, it represents a wealth of trusted experience.
This message is brought to you by Allen Brecky Law Offices.
Early warnings, accurate forecasts.
Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We have about 24 more hours to go for this atmospheric river. Then after that, we're going to be much drier for lower elevation. So let's go ahead and time it all out with Futurecast Radar. 8 this morning, spotty showers on the map. Then by lunchtime, this is when we are really going to start to see some much heavier rainfall in the Cascades. And after that, it spreads down into lower elevations in the blue. So 5 p.m. looking pretty wet out there. And then by midnight, looks like the axis of this atmospheric river going to be on top of the blues, but don't sleep on some of the snow showers that we can see in the Cascades as snow levels are going to drift down. Now, the snowfall we're going to see in the Cascades is only going to be like 1 to 3 inches at pass level. Tomorrow, much drier across the map, even seeing a decent amount of sunshine for lower elevations. Of course, you can see hour by hour and day by day precip chances and wind gusts and all the weather variables, but all of that for your neck of the woods by downloading the Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather app free in the App Store or on Google Play. Okay, here's some of the rainfall totals we're anticipating through 4 p.m. tomorrow. Now, this would be rainfall and melted snowfall in the Cascades, but over an inch of that. And then to the east of there, not nearly as much, although models have trended a little bit wetter for the Bluefoot Hills and the Blue Mountains, 0.2 to 0.5 inches in those stretches of our viewing area. After today, looking a lot drier out there. Now, there could maybe be a little shower chance that could come back for next week, but for now, it looks like next week is going to be a lot less active as opposed to this week. Speaking of this week, the end of this week going to be quite windy today, tonight, and tomorrow. We can have gusts spanning anywhere from 20 to 45 miles per hour. Now, for today, 20 to 35 miles per hour, but tonight's probably going to be the strongest time frame, especially for the Blues. Those gusts going to max out around 45 miles per hour. And then for tomorrow with the cold front passing, wind gusts turning out of the north and west, that's when it's going to be the windiest in the Kittitas Valley. So here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Almost a 50-50 chance the rain reaches us during the day, but rain will be much more likely this evening. In Yakima, rain likely today and tonight, then a much drier stretch of weather. For Ellensburg, wet weather likely Thursday, then winds picking up Friday, as those winds, like I just said, shifting out of the north and west and shooting down the mountain gap. In Hermiston, rain chances increasing during the late afternoon and into the evening, drying out Friday, but with winds turning up. And finally, for Walla Walla, rain likely today and tonight, maybe some leftover showers for Friday, but dry weather on tap for the weekend. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, tackling student debt.
It was definitely difficult. I was working pretty much 7 days a week. But once I saw the numbers were going down, the goal of being financially free outweighed the pain.
Student loan debt hitting a record $1.65 trillion, with nearly 10% more than 90 days delinquent. How people nationwide paid off tens of thousands of dollars in 5 years or less.
Oh my gosh, so much relief. Being debt-free when I used to live paycheck to paycheck and I literally thought this was impossible. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just incredible.
And coming up at 7 a.m., GMA's On the Money has the expert advice you need to conquer student debt. Also, how to manage rising household costs like groceries and heating bills. With your GMA First Look, I'm Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News, New York.
Dupixent continuously works to help prevent asthma attacks. So girls' days are better. Game days are better. Even Mondays are better. Dupixent's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma. It's not for sudden breathing problems. Some people felt their asthma symptoms improve in as little as 3 days. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away if signs of inflamed blood vessels like rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, brown or dark-colored urine, tingling or numbness in limbs. Tell your doctor of new or worsening skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Do more with less asthma. Ask your doctor about Dupixent, the most prescribed biologic in asthma. Also approved as an add-on treatment for adults with COPD that is not well controlled and with a specific marker of inflammation.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is 6:51. It's time for your morning sprint. We start with your national headlines. Breaking news this morning. After nearly 4 decades in Congress, former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says she's retiring at the end of her current term. She's the first and only woman to serve as Speaker of the House, and she announced she'll not seek re-election, closing out a historic 38-year career representing San Francisco. First elected in 1987, Pelosi made her mark steering major legislation like the Affordable Care Act and guided Democrats through some of the D.C.'s most turbulent political moments. At 85, Pelosi says she's grateful for the opportunity to serve and looks forward to one final year in office before stepping away from public life. And in more national headlines, nearly 5 million food stamp recipients will not receive any benefits in November under the plan the Trump administration issued Tuesday to comply with the court order. The Department of Agriculture said on Monday that it would issue partial benefits this month by tapping into the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program's contingency fund. That's after 2 federal judges said the agency was required to do so, though some families receiving assistance make too much money to receive those partial benefits. In your business headlines, the U.S. economy added 42,000 private sector jobs last month, and that's more than 4,000 more than analysts expected. The latest employment snapshot comes from payroll processing company ADP, and its numbers typically serve as a proxy for the government's official jobs tally from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. However, the ongoing government shutdown prevented the release of an official jobs report for October. Now to your health headlines. Some Häagen-Dazs ice cream bars are being recalled over allergy concerns. The recall is for these dark chocolate mini ice cream bars that are sold in a 6-count package. The company says the product may contain wheat, which is not disclosed on the packaging. And the FDA says the ice cream bars were sold at Kroger and Giant Eagle stores in 31 states. They have a best by date of January 31st, 2027. Now to your top 5 local stories that you need to know this morning. First up, Richland police arrest Raymond Smith after he broke into his neighbor's apartment and stole a rifle, a car, and many other items. The victim spotted him driving his car. Multiple agencies and the SWAT team responded to this, and a search of Smith's apartment revealed the stolen merchandise along with 2 other firearms that were reported stolen out of Oregon. Smith was already wanted by the Department of Corrections and had a history of violent behavior. And Kennewick police have identified 2 suspects in the vandalism and attempted robbery at Hubby's Pizza. Security video reveals 20-year-old Andres Medina Garcia and 18-year-old David Semenyuk in the parking lot. Video also shows them stealing the car used in the incident. They're being asked to turn themselves in, but authorities say community tips will be crucial in making their arrests. And voting ended Tuesday night, but ballots are still being counted. In Yakima County, election officials are now working through a large backlog with 6,400 ballots received so far. While some races show a clear lead, others are extremely close, meaning every vote could make a difference. And the county expects to certify final results by November 25th. And Pasco City Council is looking to appoint someone to its at-large seat. Applications will be reviewed during the December 1st council meeting, with interviews and a selection at a special meeting on December 8th. The new member will take office at the beginning of next year. And if you would like to apply, we have a link up on our website. That's applevalleynewsnow.com. And Washington's Department of Transportation is preparing for winter. They're training crews, checking equipment, and patrolling mountain passes. Officials are urging drivers to follow safety rules like chain requirements and speed limits. Also, seasonal positions are open. This is for snowplow operators and highway maintenance workers. Now, trending this morning, if you're expecting a little one to join your family soon and you haven't decided on a name just yet, a list just came out of the most popular baby names, and it might help you decide.
Baby Center has released its ranking of the most popular names for newborns in 2025. The top girl's name is Olivia, and Noah is most popular for the boys. That's the same as last year, and as are the number 2 names, Amelia and Liam.
Not surprising. So there were 2 new entries on the girls' top 10. That's Eliana and Aurora. And for the boys, Luca rejoined the top 10 after falling off the list last year, and that pushed out the name Leo.
Baby Center based its rankings on more than 350,000 babies born to parents registered on its app.
I don't know if you want kids anytime in your life, but do you have names picked out? I feel like most girls do. Okay, you don't? Really? Okay.
My sister was great at that. She was like 9, 10 years old. She's like, yeah, I want my babies. Well, I'm not going to say what she wanted her baby to be, but now my little niece.
Did it changed?
My niece's name is Georgia Claire, which I love.
I love that name, Miss awesome Georgia Claire.
Yeah. What about you?
I have a name picked out. I'm gatekeeping my number 1 name. I'm not saying that at all. Because I think it's also, I think some people are kind of like, huh? But then I also don't want people to take it. But then again, I don't think anyone would.
Okay.
But the second name I have, I can say it's Melody, like in like the song.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, I love that one. And then for boys, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Harmony. Well, Harmony's not a boy's name.
Yeah. But we'll see.
Yeah.
It might change. But weather might change too.
Yes, it is turning drier.
Yes.
But the wind's still kind of doing their thing through tomorrow, but then we're looking calmer as we head into the weekend. So let's go ahead and take a look at first alert radar. Mostly dry for lower elevations. Now we're seeing a few sprinkles approaching the Yakima Valley and then going through Hermiston as well. But folks, these are just little sprinkles out there. The winds have backed off for the time being for the mountains, but they are going to ramp up. You see how windy it is in Portland right now. At least you see how dark the contour map is. So all that stuff is moving our way. Wind gusts out of the south and west will span 20 to 45 miles per hour for the next 24 to 36 hours. Temperatures all over the place right now. 34 in Ellensburg, 52 for the Tri-Cities, 52 in Walla Walla. Your umbrella cast for this Thursday in the Tri-Cities. It looks like the late afternoon to early evening is going to be the wettest time frame. 50s and 60s today, damp and gusty.
And thank you guys for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find updates on our website. That's applevalleynewsnow.com.
Good Morning America is up next, and we'll be back with local news and weather tonight at 5. Have a great day.